Good morning, I'm Litman, Mayor of Mesquite. The COVID-19 report today is posted on health.mesquitenv.gov. The other day there was an article in the Las Vegas Review-Journal that called distance learning a disaster. Yes, it has its problems and probably will, but that's the way the school board decided to go. Locally, our school administrators offered plans that would better suit our rural environment, but they were turned down. Parents can't let the decision of the Clark County School Board turn distance learning into a disaster. We know that parents are caught between a rock and a hard place, as the saying goes. They could just homeschool their children, but it's nearly impossible for working parents. They could find a private school, but there's only one in Mesquite, or they could live within the district's district learning plan. The plan isn't entirely new, as it started shortly after the district closed the schools. Given that, we have more information about what works for kids and what doesn't. And the hope is that parents, caregivers, teachers, and school leaders are now better prepared to support kids in their social, emotional, and academic growth during the pandemic. What's true is that families are taking on much more responsibility for their children's learning than ever before. And in order for distance learning to be successful, parents and caregivers need support. These are difficult times for everyone, but we either swim or we sink. It's just that plain simple. So what can we do? First and foremost, we should all try and remember to come from a place of empathy for parents and caregivers, the students and the teachers. Parents aren't trained teachers unless they are teachers, and even trained teachers have trouble teaching their own kids. As I said the other day, kids may or may not talk about the virus, distance learning, or how the pandemic has affected their social lives, but I can assure you they're feeling it. Parents and educators should try to lead with love and remember that strong relationships with the children will make for positive educational experiences. So parents and caregivers, you need to keep kids focused, interested, and balanced while learning from a distance. Is it easy? The answer is no, not exactly. But I have some tips for you that should help. I can speak from experience as I was a public school teacher for 18 years. Although I worked primarily with special needs children, I also taught regular education on several levels, as well as child and family psychotherapist. So what I have to say I've done. The first thing I want to talk about will take a little time and will need to be adjusted depending on how much space you live in. It's important you create a special personalized corner of the room, or if you have the space, an entire room dedicated to learning, creating, and reading. If it has a TV, move it out if possible. In other words, if you can, make the space look as close to a classroom space as possible. Getting the space, their space ready will help them get ready to learn. You need to set a routine, just as a school would. Little kids need more structure, so make sure to let them know what you expect. I strongly believe in visual schedules they can follow. Older kids can use a planner to keep track of what's happening each day. Have them follow a routine as if they were going to school, such as when they wake up, get dressed, have breakfast, and so on. Do not let them stay in PJs and lay in bed. Young children cannot stay focused for hours on end. Make sure they have breaks at a set time. And if they have learning or attention issues, schedule the breaks as close to possible at the same time each day. Believe me, this all works, but it'll take some work on your part if you expect success. On Monday, I'll have more tips for you to use. Until then, keep the faith, and with children at home 24/7, it's more important than ever. The children count on you as parents and caregivers to guide them in the right direction. Above all, stay Mesquite strong. If you think all this is hard on you, think how hard it is on the children. Thank you.